everyone, Kate from Crocoblock is here and welcome to this new video. I hope that you guys are doing well these days, and while the world is going crazy, we keep working and finding the best solutions for you and your projects. We've prepared a pack of pretty sweet updates to make your website building experience enjoyable and more effective. So guys, buckle up and get ready for the new JetEngine 2.3 update with its cool and unique features that I can't wait to show you. Shall we get started? So guys, the first thing that I want to talk about is the dynamic function tag. This option allows us to pull the data that previously could be pulled out to the front end only with the help of digging into the code. And you might think, what data am I talking about? Well guys, this can be, for example, the minimum or the maximum value of the meta field, summed or averaged, or even a counted one. Let's imagine that I have a page with the listing of available properties for rent. And I would like to let my visitors know the starting price for the properties. For that, I'll have to do the following. Drag and drop the heading widget on top of the listing grid, click on the Dynamic Tags option and choose Dynamic Function. In the settings, select the minimum value. In Data Source, choose Post Meta, but it works the same way with terms and users as well. And enter the field name that matches the corresponding name from the post. In my case, it will be _apartment_price. And as you can see, it works just fine. You can also display the data from all posts, current term, current user, and queried user. Here you can enable the decimals count as well. And going further, in the Advanced tab, you can set up the before and after text and enter the fallback if needed. Pretty simple but very handy. Let's move on to the next one. Guys, to make your life a bit easier, we refined the listing grid widget along with the repeater field type in the post type settings. We added a possibility to pull the info from the repeater field right into the listing grid, which actually opens a variety of styling settings and may become a helping hand to those of you who struggled with the repeater widget. Previously, that kind of info could be pulled out to the front end only with the help of dynamic repeater widget, and it required some complex manipulations with proper settings and callback values. Now, all of this can be built with the help of listings. Let's check it out. We're gonna go to the listings, Add New. In Listing Source, choose Repeater Field. Select the post type that this repeater will be pulled from. Then choose Repeater Source JetEngine or ACF. I'm going to show you how it works with JetEngine, but just so you know, it works completely the same with ACF too. So, now we need to set the repeater field name, which has to match the one that we created in the CPT. Give a name to the repeater listing. Decide which editor to use, Elementor or Gutenberg, and click Create Listing Item. Right now, we can build the listing of this repeater simply using the Dynamic Field widget. As you can see, the source field over here has been updated with the Repeater Field option. Once it's selected, it will give us the opportunity to enter the repeater key from the CPT. Now, we can see the name of the icon, and if we want it to be displayed properly, we need to set the callback to Embed Icon from Icon Picker. Let's add another field for the text and for the image. Great! So, we already have a repeater listing, and now we can open the single post template and pull the info from the repeater dynamically with the help of Listing Grid widget. So, go to Jet Plugins, Theme Builder, Single Tab, and open Single Template. Guys, if you just created this template, please keep in mind that you will have to fill out the conditions and preview options in the single settings before any actions. And don't forget to refresh the page. So now, drag and drop the listing grid to the page, select the repeater listing, and use your imagination to style it up and let your users enjoy it on the front end. Try it out yourself and let us know in the comments what you think about this. Another tiny but very useful function has been brought to you with this new update. Custom values in checkboxes and radio meta fields for custom post types, taxonomies, and option pages. What it does, well, actually, it gives you the opportunity to add additional custom values right to the post editing page and decide whether they should be saved just for the current post or for all of the posts in the post type. Let me show you how it works. Here, I've got the CPT with the checkboxes meta field set up. Here you can see some field options with option values in it like Wi-Fi, air conditioner, hot tub, and so on. Let's imagine that I customized my CPT settings, added and filled out the posts, but forgot to add the gym option value. So what would I need to do in this case? Yeah, that's right. I'd have to go back to the CPT settings, search for the meta field with checkboxes type, add the value, update the CPT, go back to the posts, and return to the editing. Long runway, huh? And now all of this can be simply avoided by toggling on the lovely Allow Custom option. Once it's enabled, it allows us to add custom values during the post editing procedure. Simply click on Add Custom Value and add it. In this case, it would be saved to the database of the current post. And if you want to add the missing value to all of the posts in the CPT and save it to the fields options right away, you'll have to toggle on the Save Custom option, and it will be available in other posts in the list of default values. It'll save your time greatly, believe me. Let's move on to the next one. Guys, we've prepared a couple of really cool features for the Forms module that will help you to keep your processes running fast, smooth, and well organized. Let's see what we've got. Let's start with the field type changes, media field in particular. So guys, previously you were able to upload the images as per the quantity set in the form settings, right here. And if the value here was set to, let's say, 5 images, and you uploaded 3 of them at once, and then tried to upload the other 2 images, they would just overwrite the previous ones. So basically, there was no possibility to add the images to the existing ones. So with this new update, we can upload one picture and then add a couple of other pictures, and they will be automatically added to the previously uploaded one. Also, now we have a possibility to change the order of the images simply by dragging and dropping them to the right place, just like that. So they will be submitted in the order you set here during the submission process. Pretty handy, right? Let's move on to the checkboxes and radio field types. We've prepared another really cool feature for these field types, Custom Item Template option. It can be enabled over here just by clicking on it, and once the Custom Item Template is enabled, here we get to select one of the templates from the drop-down list. These ones are actually the listings. So as of now, these custom templates are compatible with posts and terms. So for example, in my case, it is a pretty simple listing for properties post. Let's open it. As you can see, it's got the checkmark widget, dynamic field widget with post title, and dynamic image widget with post thumbnail. But you guys can surely fire your imagination and create your own really cool and more complex templates for your websites. So once the proper template is selected, the form can be updated, and we can check out the front end for the recent changes. There we go. Looks pretty sweet, huh? Say no to old-fashioned checkboxes and say heck yeah to the new type of design for radio and checkboxes fields. We didn't pass by the Forms notification settings as well. we've added another two really powerful and pretty well-known email marketing platforms to our list: MailChimp and GetResponse. It works the same way as the ActiveCampaign notification type. So basically, in order for this feature to work properly, first you have to have an active account within one of the services where you can get the API key. And if you are doing this for the first time or just not sure how to obtain it, you can get more info just by clicking on the link below. And second, you need to validate the key and save the changes. Easy peasy. Guys, are you doing okay here after hearing all these juicy news? Well, let me stay with you for a few more minutes and tell you about the yummy cherry on top, the Maps Listings module. Yeah, you got it right. We've built in additional JetEngine module to make you forget about coding and enjoy the best out of Croco plugins. This option allows you to display the listings in the form of clickable markers on the map, and it also gives you the opportunity to see the detailed current location info in the pop-up that can actually be configured and styled in Elementor the same way as the usual listing item. And are you ready for it? This feature is fully compatible with Jet Smart Filters plugin, which means that you can filter the visibility of location markers the same way as regular filters for listings. Isn't that great? Let's check it out. So guys, the first thing we need to do is to enable this module in the JetEngine dashboard. Once done, here we can see the Maps Settings tab, where we can first enter the Google Maps API key, then disable or enable Google Maps API JS file. And guys, this option is actually really important in case you have more than one Google Map on the page. So let's say you have an advanced map widget in the footer with the office location, and you've added Maps listing widget to the same page. If both maps are enabled, it will cause issues and one of them will not be working properly for sure. So, preload coordinates by address. This is another very important setting for optimization of your website. This option determines coordinates of the location at the time of saving the corresponding post, and it keeps them stored permanently in the post metadata. They will be changed only when the address is changed in the post. So this option is a real time saver when it comes to loading the page with the map. And at the bottom, you can enter the names of the meta fields to preload. For example, address. If to talk about the front end, the Listing Elements widget tab has also been updated with the new Map Listing widget that actually allows us to display the listing items with detailed info on the map, adjust the map height, set the post numbers to show, detect the map center, and much more. We'll be making a detailed video tutorial on this lovely feature very soon. So guys, please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel to not miss it and to stay tuned for other useful videos. So these were the most important changes and improvements of JetEngine 2.3 version. If you want to learn more about the development of JetEngine plugin, please check out our changelog. You're always welcome to leave your comments and questions below, and don't forget to join our friendly Facebook community. Cheers, guys!